Hello friends, so we are studying the question having title how many species are there on earth and how many in India. So this question is divided into 4 parts. So part number 1 was completed in the first video lecture of that particular question, and in this video we will talk about the remaining 3 parts. So see, in first part you have what? You have the 3 important numbers. First one is IUCN 2004 1.5 million. Second one is what? Second one is 20 to 50 million, and third one is Robert May 7 million. So the first part of this question was completed, and now we will talk about the second part. Okay, second part of this question is about the interesting aspects about Earth's biodiversity. So here we are talking about the biodiversity found in the entire earth. So see, first one, based on the currently available species inventories. So this aspect about Earth's biodiversity is based on the currently available species inventories. Point number 2, it is important, more than 70% of all the species recorded are animals, while plants are no more than 22%. So see, two numbers are there. More than 70% of all the species recorded are plants. It means if we have the 100% recorded species, then more than 70% will be animals, while only 22% will be plants. So 70% is equal to animals and 22% is equal to plants. But you will remember, in plants we can include algae, fungi, bryophytes, gymnosperms as well as angiosperm. So point number 2, we can say that more than 70% of all the species recorded are animals, while plants including algae, fungi, bryophytes, gymnosperm and angiosperms no more than 22%. So underline 70% and 22%. Okay, now if we talk about the animals, so among animals, insects are the most species rich taxonomic group. Underline, insects are the most species rich taxonomic group. Okay, you know that the insecta is one type of class, and insecta is the largest class of this world, and insecta is a class of phylum Arthropoda, and phylum Arthropoda is the largest phylum of this world. So among all animals, insects are higher in numbers. They are making more than 70% of the total. Okay, so if we have 100% of animals, then from 100% only insects are more than 70%. It means out of every 10 animals on this planet, 7 are insects. Okay, so in this page, it is a page of part 2. So in this page 3 points are there. First point, we can say that some interesting aspects about the Earth's biodiversity based on the currently available species inventories. Second point is about the 70% species recorded are animals, while plants including, see, algae, fungi, bryophytes, gymnosperm and angiosperm. See, fungi are also included in plants in this concept. Okay, not more than 22%. So two words are there, 70% and 22%. And point number 3, we can say that insects are the most species rich taxonomic group among all animals, and they are covering more than 70% of total numbers. It means out of every 10 animals on this planet, 7 are insect. Underline this sentence, out of every 10 animals on this planet, 7 are insects. So the first page of part number 2 is completed. Now we have the second page of part number 2. Point number 4, the number of fungi species in the world is more than the combined total of the species of fishes, amphibians, reptiles as well as mammals. So see, the numbers of fungi species are higher compared to the number of fishes plus numbers of amphibia plus number of reptile plus number of mammalian species. So see here, if we compare the numbers, then numbers of fungi species are higher compared to fish, amphibian, reptiles and mammals. See here, important to note that aves means birds are not included. Okay, so you will not write here aves or bird in the examination. So this is a second part of this question, and now we have the paragraph of your textbook of this second portion. So see, let us look at some interesting aspect about the Earth's biodiversity based on the currently available species inventories. More than underline 70% of all species recorded are animals, while plants including algae, fungi, bryophyte, gymnosperm and angiosperm underline comprise no more than 22% of total. Okay, so two numbers are there, 70% and 22%. Then see the next sentence, among animals, insects are the most species rich taxonomic group, making up more than 70% of the total. It means out of every 10 animals on this planet, 7 are insects. So underline, out of every 10 animals on this planet, 7 are insect. Again, how do we explain this enormous diversification of insect? The number of fungi species in the world is more than the combined total of the species of fishes plus amphibians plus reptiles and mammals. Okay, so now we have a one chart. Okay, see, we have a one diagram number 15.1 representing global diversity, number of the species of major taxa of plants, invertebrates as well as vertebrates. So see, we have total three pie charts. So if we are going to study about the first one is about the invertebrates. So total 4 categories are there. First category is of insect, second one is of molluscan, third one is of crustacean animals, and fourth one is about the other animal group. So I have written here the numbers according to the data of the 2019, but you will not remember these all numbers. Okay, so if we talk about the insect, it is possible that more than 5.5 million species of insects are there in entire world, but currently only 1 million species are founded. If we talk about the next one, molluscan, more than 50,000 species are estimated, are founded, are described. And if we talk about the crustacean, more than 45,000 species of crustacean animals are described. Remember, crustacean animals means crustacea is one type of class of phylum Arthropoda. And now if we talk about the vertebrates, so total 5 categories are there: fishes, mammals, birds, reptiles and amphibians. So you can see the 50% numbers are covered by only fishes. So about 32,500 species of fishes are there, more than 6,495 mammals are there, about birds and reptiles more than 10,000, about amphibians more than 8,000 species are there. And now if we talk about the plants, categories are there: mosses, ferns, angiosperm, lichens, algae as well as fungi. So see, the more than 1,20,000 species of fungi are there, 24,700 mosses, 13,000 ferns, 4 lakh, more than 4 lakh angiosperms, plants, lichens 4,300 and 30,000 algae species are there. So it is a one type of pie charts of the invertebrates, vertebrates and plants. So here the second part of this question is also completed, and now we are going to the next part, which is the third part of this question. So in third part we will talk about the Indian biodiversity. So we will talk about the biodiversity found in our India. So see, point number 1, India has only 2.4% of the world's land area. So underline this, India having only 2.4% of the world's land area, but its shares of the global species diversity is an impressive will be 8.1%. So 2% of numbers, you will remember India having only 2.4% of the world's land area and will share the 8.1% of species diversity. So the land area of India is equal to 2.4% and species diversity found in India will be 8.1%. Okay, so our country, because of this, our country is one of the greatest 12 is included in the 12 mega diversity countries. So because of this impressive diversity, our country is included in the 12 mega diversity countries. Now see point number 3. We can say that in India 45000 species means 45,000 species of plants are there, and double means 90000 means 90,000 species of animals have been recorded in India. But still so many living species are actually they are waiting to be discovered and named. Okay, so we can say that 45,000, 45,000 and 90,000. You will remember two numbers, 45,000 species of plants and 90,000 species of animals. Now see, what about the Robert May? Point number 4. According to the Robert May's global estimate, only 22% of the total species have been recorded so far. It means if we say that 45,000 species of plants and 90,000 species of animals, then these both are included in only 22%. So still 78% species are to be discovered and named according to the May's global estimate. So this first page is completed. In this first page so many MCQs are there. See, in first point 2.4% land area, underline. Then second MCQ 8.1% of the species diversity. Now see the second point, India is included in the 12 mega diversity countries because of its impressive diversity. Point number 3, 45,000 species of plants and 90,000 species of animals. Okay, and point number 4, according to the Robert May's global estimate, only 22% of the species have been recorded. So this page of part number 3 is completed. Now we will talk about the next page of part number 3. So if we apply the May's law, probably 1 lakh plant species and more than 3 lakh animal species yet to be discovered and described. Okay, you know that the 22% of species have been estimated and remaining 78% will cover 1 lakh plant species and more than 3 lakh animal species. So underline this, 1 lakh plant species and 3 lakh animal species. Point number 6, for completing this inventory, so many immense trained manpower means taxonomists, scientists and time are required. So two things are required. First one is so many immense trained manpower means taxonomist, and second one is time. Okay, these both are required. Point number 7, the situation appears more hopeless. Okay, when we realize that a large fraction of this species faces the threat of becoming extinct even before we discovered them. Okay, so some species are going to be extinct even before we are reaching towards them or we are able to discover them. So point number 8, nature's biological library is burning even before we catalog the titles of all the books stocked there. Okay, and now we will go with this paragraph. So see, although India has only 2.4% of the world's land area, underline this, 2.4% of the world's land area, its share of the global species diversity is an impressive 8.1%. So underline 8.1%. That is what makes our country one of the 12 mega diversity countries of the world. So India is included in the 12 mega diversity countries of the world because of the impressive biodiversity. So you will remember the number 12. Nearly 45,000 species of plants and twice as many of animals. Twice means 90,000 species of animals have been recorded from India. So how many living species are actually there waiting to be discovered and named? So if we accept the May's global estimate, only 22% of total species have been recorded. It means 45,000 plants and 90,000 animals are included in the 22%. So applying this proportion to India's diversity figure, we estimate that there are probably more than 1 lakh plant species and more than 3 lakh animal species yet to be discovered and described. Okay, so you know that the 78% species yet to be discovered and described. So 1 lakh plant and 3 lakh animal species are included here. So would we ever be able to complete the inventory of the biological wealth of our country? So we are not capable to give answer of this question, because consider the immense trained manpower, means taxonomy and time both are required to complete this job. The situation appears the more hopeless when we realize that a large fraction of this species faces the threat of becoming extinct even before we discover them. So nature's biological library is burning even before we collect the titles of all the books stocked there. Okay, so this part number 3 of this question is completed here. And now the last part of this question. What about the prokaryotes? See, in part number 1 we had talked about the IUCN and Robert May and some numbers. In part number 2 we had talked about the diversity numbers of the entire earth. In part number 3 we had talked about the Indian biodiversity. But you know that in all 3 parts the microorganisms, means bacteria, means prokaryotic cells, prokaryotic animals are not included. So see here in part number 4, prokaryotes not included. Okay, point number 1, it should be noted that this estimate do not give any figure for the prokaryotes. So you know that prokaryotes, what are the example? Cyanobacteria as well as some type of bacteria belongs to the prokaryotic organisms. Point number 2, biologists are not sure about how many prokaryotic species there might be. Okay, so what are the problems during the counting of prokaryotic species? So 2 problems are there. First one is conventional taxonomic methods, and second one is not simple. It is not simply culturable under the laboratory conditions. So there are 2 problems during the counting of species, counting of the number of species of prokaryote. The first one is our conventional taxonomic method, and second one is some culture is not able to be successful in the laboratory conditions. But point number 4, see, if we accept biochemical or the molecular criteria, underline biochemical and molecular criteria for delineating species for this group, then their diversity alone might be runs into millions. So see, 4 points are there. In first point we can say that it should be noted that prokaryotes are not included. Point number 2, why? Because biologists are not sure about the number of species of prokaryotes. Point number 3, you will remember 2 problems are there. First one is conventional taxonomic method, and second one is they are not able to simply culturable under the laboratory conditions. And point number 4, yes, if we want to do this, then we must accept biochemical and molecular criteria. So if we are going to accept the biochemical and molecular criteria, the numbers will be into millions. Okay, so part number 4 is completed, and now we will see from the textbook. It should be noted that these estimates do not give any figures for prokaryotes. Biologists are not sure about how many prokaryotic species there might be. The problem is that conventional taxonomic methods are not suitable for identifying microbial species, and many species are simply not culturable under laboratory condition. So see, 2 problems are there. First problem is conventional taxonomic method, and second problem is many species are simply not culturable, means we are not able to culture them under laboratory condition. And now see last point, if we accept biochemical or the molecular criteria for delineating species for this group, then the diversity alone might run into millions. So underline into millions. So total 4 parts of these questions are completed into 2 video lecture. So this question is completed and so many MCQs are there. I said that more than 50 to 70 MCQs are there. So this question is very IMB for according to view of the MCQ. So this question is completed here. Thank you very much.